Kataplum, or as I like to call it, Fun Spot Mexico, is a small rooftop amusement park located in Mexico City. You can find it on top of a shopping mall called Las Antenas, and the place has only been around for a couple years. It opened in 2018. It's home to 3 roller coasters, the largest of which is a clone of Freedom Flyer called Insomnio. I didn't have super high expectations going in here, but I gotta say, overall, I was pretty impressed by the place. It had a very fun atmosphere. We were only thinking that we were going to be here for like an hour or two, but we ended up staying for a decent amount of time because of how much fun we were having. Surprisingly, they have a lot to do here, and it is dirt cheap to go to. Entry is 190 pesos per person. That's about $10 US, at least on a normal day. On Mondays, it's 190 pesos for 2 people. That's $5 a person. And sure enough, we were going on a Monday, so Sarah and I each got in for $5. So even if this place was total garbage, I would still say it was worth the price of admission because, well, it was $5. Now, should you decide to go here, when you enter the mall, you're going to want to go up as high as the elevator will take you, and then there's one final escalator. You'll go from there into the park, and that's where you're going to get your tickets. There are multiple entrances into Kataplum, but you can't just walk in. You'll get your ticket, go up the escalator, and then scan it to enter the park. I'll hit a couple of these attractions. I'll first start with Insomnio. Personally, I liked this more than Freedom Flyer because of the location. The first drop swings you out over the edge, and so you're completely hanging off the side of the building. You have a great view of Mexico City from up there. So I thoroughly enjoyed this one. They have a Wild Mouse. Unfortunately, this was closed when we went, so I did not get to experience it. And their last coaster is an SBF family coaster, but it's not a Visa. This one is very strange. It's almost more like a train ride. It goes around the entire park. There are like 4 lift hills in like triangle profiling. This thing is bizarre, but as roller coaster track, roller coaster vehicles, it coasts downhill, so, it's a credit. But I did appreciate at least the view that it offered. The park does take up a decent amount of room, but at least in this one center area, there's a gap where you can look down into the mall below you, and so the roller coaster just goes around that, so you actually get to see quite a bit. They also have a Starflyer. This one is fun. It's not that tall, but because it's on top of the mall, it feels twice as tall as it actually is. And when you're fully extended out, it feels like you're going over the edge of the mall. And because the restraints are very open feeling, it was a little scary. Like, honestly, the restraints might have been a little too open, if you know what I mean. I was holding on. They have this fun little tilt house type experience that lasts about 15 minutes. There's a set of go-karts and a ropes course. Those 2 are not included on your standard ticket. You will have to pay extra for those, so we did not do them. But they also have a collection of smaller family flat rides, a lot of them by Zamperla. But I also appreciated the overall atmosphere of the place. It was very lively. We saw a magic show going on. It was drawing quite a crowd. They were playing lots of fun music. Even some of the theming elements scattered around the park looked nice. A lot of it had to do with their kind of signature characters, which at one point we saw walking around. And who was with them other than Iron Man? Like, what? They definitely did not have the license for that, but they had Iron Man as a walk-around character, and it was hilarious. But yeah, they definitely love their characters here, that's for sure. In terms of food, there's a Dairy Queen, a KFC, a Wingstop, and you don't have to leave the park if you want to go to these. So while you could easily go a couple floors down to the food court, they have some options for you here, which I like. I think it's all part of this goal of having people spend several hours here, which if you're going to Kataplum for more than just the coaster credits, you could easily do. Yeah, if you view this as just a credit run, you could be in and out of here pretty quickly. But when you stop and actually take everything in, this is a fun place. They even have their own theme song that they play throughout the park every once in a while. It's super catchy. You want to like sing along to it. And at one point, we literally rented these lions to ride around the park. It's definitely meant to be like a children's attraction, but people were taking these all over the place. I'd seen some of them at like mall locations, but it was just so funny to be walking around the park and you just see people riding these things. So we rented them and rode them from attraction to attraction. I'm pretty sure the cost to rent the lions was more than the price of admission, but we didn't really care. It was fun. So overall, should you visit Kataplum? I think it depends on how much time you have. One perk of this place is they are open later. So we were here from before sunset until it was completely dark. None of the rides like blew me away or anything, but I think what made this place so fun was just the overall vibe. It was such a good atmosphere that I ended up having way more fun here than I was originally expecting. So I would recommend the place. If you're coming to Mexico City for Six Flags Mexico, this place is about 20 minutes away. Completely depending on Mexico City traffic, which if you've been here, traffic is insane, so it easily could take a lot longer. But hopefully if you're planning on visiting Mexico City, you found this review to be helpful. Bottom line is, Kataplum is a cute little place that you can visit while you're in the area. I don't think it's a park anyone's gonna fly down there for just to go here, but it's a nice place to visit along the way. And the mall was pretty nice too. I enjoyed walking around it. So let me know down in the comments below if you've been here, if you agree with my thoughts, and of course stay tuned for more park reviews here at Coaster Studios, and I'll see you next time.